Hey there. So tonight I wasn't able to make it to class. I got in a bike accident and had to end up going home. But I still want to do my pechakucha presentation because I've been working pretty hard on my Choose Your Own Adventure project and I want to show off what I have. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to do my pechakucha as a screencast and hopefully that'll be good for tonight. Let me know if you would like any other kind of way that I can make this up. So let's hope this works. My computer is kind of sluggish when I do a screencast, but hopefully we can get this going. Tonight I'm going to be talking about Scratch Physics, which is a program that I've been making on a website called Scratch. And I'll talk a lot about Scratch and what that is. It's a website where you can do very visual, simple coding, and it's geared at middle school and high school students. I've been using it as an educational tool, and this is a program that I've been designing to kind of help augment that. Okay, so some background. When I was in college studying physics, a lot of my professors would show us these applets that they had programmed themselves, usually in Java. And these applets were a way to take difficult physics concepts and make them dynamic. They would come to life. We could toy with the parameters and kind of see this physics in real action. So I wanted to make something like this, and I ended up choosing a program, Scratch. Why did I choose Scratch? It's because it's pretty much the only programming language that I know how to use. It's very accessible. It's geared at children, and I've used it to teach children about coding before, and it's really fun. It's really educational, so it's worked very well for this project. Okay, so here's an example of some coding that would happen in Scratch. On the right side of the screen, you can see there's a script there with these blocks that click together. Normally in code, you would write lines of code, you would type them out, but with Scratch, you can drag and drop and click blocks together, and it's very interactive. It runs like JavaScript, and you can see it changing in real time. So I've made a program called Scratch Science. It's a very simple interface where I want to kind of upload and save some of these physics simulations that I'm coming up with. I want to make it accessible to students and kind of have it be something that I can use in class for worksheets or mini lectures, and even teach the students how to make their own projects in Scratch. This is the start screen for my Scratch Physics game. You can see there's a little red ball that bounces around the screen, and so right off the bat it's dynamic, and there's stuff going on and you can interact with it. And there's also going to be room for 3 different simulations, and right now I have this gravity simulator that I've already made. So this is the gravity simulator. That ball from the start screen becomes a ball that you can drop and see how gravity affects it. And you can notice that the gravity variable is something you can slide it back and forth and make the gravity stronger or weaker. So students can interact with this and they can time how long it takes the ball to fall based on different levels of gravity. I have other ideas for new simulations and 2 blank menus to fill up. Right now we're studying momentum in class, and they're learning how to make their own Scratch games that deal with momentum. So I'd love to have some kind of collision thing. I'd also like to have little mini lessons on relativity or Newton's laws, and also fun stuff like rocket launchers, roller coasters. Dynamic, exciting stuff. I also want to fill my program with little tiny Easter eggs. Like, this is a screenshot from a game that I made a couple years ago. It's that kind of old Atari snake game. The snake goes around the screen and eats pieces of food. I want to hide games like this throughout the program, and it'll make it just kind of extra fun and things that students can kind of stumble on and play with. In conclusion, basically Scratch is amazing. You should use it. If you're teaching middle schoolers and high schoolers, if you're teaching science, even if you're not, Scratch is a really great tool, and it gets students engaged with programming. I think that every student should learn how to program, and it makes this stuff come alive. It makes it interactive. So yeah, use Scratch, get to know it, love it. That's my pechakucha.